Every game has an endgame. In chess, it is the moment when the king is cornered. No matter how he twists or turns, no matter what pieces remain, his fate is sealed. There is no exit, no escape, only checkmate. In cards, it is the all-in moment. The gambler pushes everything into the pot. The opponent looks down and sees there is no way out. Every chip, every move, every choice leads to loss. The table belongs to the one who forced the decision. This is the essence of Law 22. The final gambit. Leave them with no exit but yours. Power is not complete until you remove choice. As long as rivals believe they have options, they will resist. But when every path leads back to you, when every door closes but one, submission is no longer a decision. It is inevitability. History shows us the ruthlessness of this law. Hernán Cortés burned his ships after landing in Mexico, leaving his men no exit but victory or death. Caesar marched on Rome, forcing senators to either accept him or be destroyed. There was no middle ground. Even Machiavelli taught that wounds must be inflicted so severely that there is no chance of retaliation. The final gambit is not mercy, it is permanence. Modern power works the same way. Corporations design ecosystems where customers cannot leave, subscriptions, contracts, platforms that trap you until you surrender. Politicians build systems where every vote leads to the same outcome. Every opponent eliminated until only one remains. The powerful do not simply compete. They corner, they trap, they leave no exits. So how do you apply this law? First, never leave your rival with strength enough to strike back. If you must defeat them, do so completely. Second, build systems that lock others into you. Employees who cannot imagine careers elsewhere. Partners who cannot walk away without collapse. Clients who depend on you for survival. Third, always think in terms of inevitability. The final gambit is not about fighting forever. It is about designing the board so that there is only one ending, and it is yours. The king teaches this lesson on the chessboard. The game does not end when he is wounded. It ends when there is no escape. The casino teaches the same truth. The house does not win by chance. It wins by ensuring that no matter how long you play, the outcome is already written. Law 22, the final gambit. Leave them with no exit but yours. So ask yourself, are you still playing battles you don't need to fight? Or are you designing the game so thoroughly that your rivals have no choice but to bow, to follow, to surrender to the only exit you allow? Power is not about chance. It is about certainty. The true endgame is not victory. It is permanence. When you remove all other options, when every road leads back to you, resistance becomes futile. This is the essence of the final gambit. Consider the tech giants of our era. They don't just create products. They build ecosystems. They don't just compete, they corner markets. Users find themselves trapped not by force but by design. Alternatives vanish not through destruction, but through obsolescence. This is not competition. This is inevitability. The final gambit requires foresight and patience. It is not about quick wins or flashy moves. It's about slowly, methodically removing every possible escape route until only one path remains. The one you've crafted. It's about creating a situation where your desired outcome is not just likely, but unavoidable. In business, this might mean creating a product ecosystem so integrated that customers can't imagine using anything else. In politics, it could be structuring a system where every vote, every decision ultimately reinforces your position. In personal relationships, it's about becoming so indispensable that the thought of your absence is unthinkable. The final gambit is not without risk. Push too hard, too fast, and you may create desperate enemies. The key is to make each step seem natural, each choice freely made. Your targets should walk willingly into your trap, believing it to be the best, or only, option. Remember, the most powerful moves in any game are often the quietest. They're the ones that set up the inevitable conclusion long before the final play. They're the moves that leave your opponent with no choice but to concede, not because they're beaten, but because they've been outmaneuvered at every turn. In the end, the final gambit is about control, not just of actions but of options, not just of outcomes but of possibilities. When you master this law, you don't just win the game, you change its very nature. You create a world where your success is not just likely, but inevitable. So as you move through life, as you build your empire, as you craft your legacy, ask yourself, are you leaving exits for your rivals? Or are you slowly, surely, inexorably closing every door but the one that leads to your victory?